Tashidele, I would just like to share with you a brief history of Sumang tradition. This tradition began during 5th Kamapa Deshin Shepa. During his time, two sub-school of Kama Kamsang branches out, Sumang Kaju and Nyendo Kaju. I would like to share more about Sumang Kaju. Sumang Kaju is a very unique tradition because in this lineage holds the main teaching that comes from Vajradhara, known as whispering lineage, which contains 3 jewels: wish-filling jewel of the lineage, wish-filling jewel of the path of ripening, and fulfilling jewel of the path of liberation. Before I begin with the further explanation, I would like to begin with the lineage itself. Vajradhara is the one who is holding this whispering lineage. And whispering lineage means that this lineage was not shared with big audiences, only teacher to student, so one individual to another individual. And Vajradhara was requested by Wisdom Dakini for this whispering lineage, and Vajradhara recognized this Dakini as a qualified Dakini to receive this precious lineage, and Wisdom Dakini received this lineage, and after receiving the lineage, she kept this lineage pure and well preserved. And Wisdom Dakini started thinking how to propagate this lineage to benefit for the sake of all sentient beings. And he started looking who is an individual who can not just practice but spread this lineage to benefit others. So Wisdom Dakini recognized Telopa as one of the most qualified among the individual who can propagate this lineage. And Wisdom Dakini, she appeared in front of Telopa as an old lady, and she said to him, if you are interested in this lineage, you can always receive this lineage, but you need to go to a place called Udayana, where there is a palace known as Gendolai Palace, and you can receive this lineage from Dakini. As Dakini advised, Telopa decided to go to Udayana, and before he could reach this palace called Gendolai Palace, there are 3 circle of Dakinis. They are all in the forms of Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, and Dharmanakaya. So each of these Dakinis were very powerful, and they do not let any people to go near to this where this treasure was kept, this lineage, 3 jewels. And Telopa was managed to overcome all this hurdle, and then finally she met with the Wisdom Dakini, and as he he requested to the Dakini about this lineage, and Dakini realized that he's the right person who can not just practice but propagate this lineage to benefit all others. So he gave this lineage to Telopa by showing 3 different objects, which represents 3 jewels or 3 initiation of body, speech, and mind. First, she showed Telopa a picture of consort Chakrasambhava with Vajrayogini. When Delopa saw this picture, that moment he received body initiation. And second, Wisdom Dakini showed the picture of the mantra of Chakrasambhava, 7 mantras written by Precious Gems. When she showed this letter to Telopa, then he received speech initiation. And finally, when she showed Telopa a Vajra, 5-pointed Vajra, that's the moment he received mind initiation. And after receiving this initiation, Dakini, all this, especially the Wisdom Dakini, requested Telopa to remain in Udayana, but Telopa said that I have a very special student who is very qualified to receive this teaching, so I need to go back to liberate him. So he went back, and then he met with Naropa, and then he transmitted all this lineage to Naropa. And Naropa predicted that after 30 generation, after student time, his student was Marpa, and Marpa's student was Melarepa. So from the Melarepa until 5th Karmapa, when you count, there's 13 generation. So Telopa will come in the human form. That's what he predicted. So this lineage was passed on from one individual to another individual until 5th Karmapa. So Karmapa was keeping this lineage and practicing himself. And then Thomase, who's the founder of this lineage. Thomase was born in Minyak, place called in Kham, place called Minyak. And since very young, he was a very even when he was in mother's womb, mother dreamed that so many lights of sun and moon like dissolving into her womb, and she also dreamed there are so many Buddha's different images all dissolving inside her womb. And then there are many kinds of auspicious dreams that his mother dreamed throughout her pregnancy. And when she gave birth to Thomase Lodorinchen, she never felt the pain because the whole place was brightened by natural light, and there was so much of fragrances that was so beautiful that everybody could smell, and there were so many auspicious signs that everybody could see and experience. And he was born, and when he reached 4 years of age, he was a very special child. Whenever he sees statues, Buddha's images, or stupas, he will circumambulate, and also he will make a prostration. And a lot of people thought that his family especially thought that maybe he's a special boy, so they want to bring to one of the monasteries known as Rabgun, who was close by. So along the way, when they were traveling to Rabgun, they had to rest in one place, and this little boy was resting inside a small tent. And from nowhere, there was a big, huge stone start rolling over this over this tent, and this tent was totally torn apart. And everybody thought the worst, that maybe this boy is killed. But then this boy was still there and laughing that nothing happened to me, nothing happened to me. Then they asked, "Why? Who saved you?" He said there was a big black man, who saved me from this danger. Then he said this black man was a protector, Dharma protector. So the story is very long. He went through many difficulties, and he received many teachings from different gurus. In fact, he had 19 teachers, and he received teaching from all different lineages. And finally, when he was 26 years old, when he heard about name of 5th Karmapa, he had this special feeling towards 5th Karmapa. So he really wanted to go and see him and receive teachings. And then he began to travel to central Tibet, which is Lhasa. And then what happened was, along the way, also he received many teachings. And then one day he wanted to visit Tsurpo, and near Tsurpo there's a small village, and he rested at that night. And the next morning he wanted to go and visit Kamapa. And then that night he dreamed Makala looked very angrily at him. Then he thought that maybe Kamapa is not free this time, so he decided to go back. He went back to Lhasa and make a lot of offering and recite a lot of prayers. And one night he had a dream that Makala came close to him, and then he left for Tsurpo. So that he thought that this is a sign to go to Tsurpo. So he went to see Kamapa, fifth Kamapa, and when he saw Kamapa as a true Manjushri. And when Kamapa looked at Tung Mase, he saw him as a true emanation of Telopa. So both of them thought that there's a great link between him and between Kamapa and Tung Mase. And so he went back and forth, and at the same time he received teaching from so many teachers. So during the final journey to Tsurpo, Kamapa gave him complete instruction, initiation, and transmission of this whispering lineage to Tung Master Lodro Rinchen. And then he said that, because he was not an ordained monk, he was a layman practitioner, and many teachers said that you should be layman so that you can benefit all others. And also his parents' wish was to marry and to continue with their family tree. But Kamapa said that, no, you should become a monk so you can help more and you could serve better to Buddha Dharma. And then he agreed, and then Kamapa became a Kempo who conducted the ceremony, and then Kempo and Kamapa himself conducted the ceremony, and he received this novice precept from Kamapa, and he was given a name as Lodro Rinchen. So this is his name. And he said that now you should go to Eastern Tibet, where there is a speech palace of Chakrasambhava, and if you establish a monastery complex there, you will benefit thousands of people. So he went back, and then he decided to go back to Eastern Tibet. And along the way, he rested, and many people came to support him. And then one day, he wanted to go where this place is. And when he reached that area, presently known as Sumang, he met the leader of that area and asked, "What is this white space? It's a big white space." Ground, big ground in front of the monastery, wide open. Then the person said, "This is known as Trashitam." Trashitam means the auspicious ground, And then he asked, "What is the name of the hill behind this place?" It's Nyaname, means there's no above. And then he also asked, "There's a small hill in front of this ground." Then he asked, "What is the name of this small hill?" He said, Yang Tili. Yang Tili means the hill of fortune. Then Tung Master thought that, this is all auspicious sign. So this first auspicious sign was established. And after a few days, he went back again to this place, and then he met one old lady, and then he asked, where the present temple is. He asked, "I want to build a temple here. Do you think there's a space to build temple?" And the old woman was not so happy, and she said, "No, not just temple. You can build temple with 80 pillars." So even though she wanted to annoy him, but it became auspicious. Auspicious. So the second auspicious was established, and finally she went up to that hill, and then he wanted to build this temple, and he met another old lady. And then, because Tung Master Lodro Rinchen was poorly dressed, he's like a yogi, it's not properly dressed. So when he met this old lady, and he said that, "I want to build a temple with 80 pillars." And old lady looked at him and she said, neither your your face look graceful, nor your dress looks impressive. Anyway, he said that if you want to build not just 80 pillar, you can build 108 pillar temple. So because when she saw Trungma was poorly there, so how can you build a temple when yourself like sees that you don't have enough food to eat yourself, you know? But then, you know, Trungma took it as an auspicious. Oh, this was another auspicious sign, you know. So 3 auspicious signs were established, and then after a few days, he brought all his students and where the present temple exists, and then made a special prayer, and he make a torma offering. Torma is a kind of like a sort of like offering made out of flour and barley powder. And after that, they offer this torma 4 direction. Wherever this torma landed, a spring came, came out from this area. And even today, people in Suma, they're still using this spring. Therefore, springs are in 4 direction. Then, and one day, he wanted to build the monastery. So they had he gathered, we call it kempa. It's a leaf. It has a medicinal property. He asked his Kempo to offer this everywhere, you know. And then Kempo went to offer this leaf everywhere, tried to scatter it everywhere. And then when he returned, Trungma Lodoreng asked this Kempo, where did you offer these leaves, you know? He said he offered equally everywhere, but one side, one corner, I offer more, the most. So Sur Mang means, Sur means corner, Mang means many corner. So in that one corner, you know, I offer more. So that's how the name was established, Sur Mang. Then he built the first monastery known as Dobong Senyan in 1423. And even today, part of the structure is still existing in Surma. Then after that, his disciple grew, and the complex grew, and he had so many disciples. We call it Togden Yaje, 8 main yogis and 3 main yogis, and there were also 4 yoginis in this tradition. And I think his age of 43, he attained Paranirvana, and this lineage is still well preserved in Suma, in Tibet. Now I'm trying to bring to Sikkim, and slowly I'll be introducing this lineage to not just in Asia, but Europe and America. And this is the purpose why I'm traveling throughout the world, to, you know, mainly to help others to learn more about Dharma and to find happiness and respect towards others, and also to propagate this lineage and share with all of you. Thank you very much.